Renin Angiotensin Aldosterone system. This system regulates fluid balance and maintains blood pressure. Understanding this system very clearly is helpful in understanding many clinical concepts. Let us first see what is juxtaglomerular apparatus. This is glomerulus, efferent arteriole, proximal tubule, and a portion of distal convoluted tubule that comes in close proximity to afferent and efferent arteriole, and there is a specialized group of cells called macula densa cells. These cells are in contact with another type of specialized cells called granular cells, which are present on afferent arteriole. These are modified smooth muscle cells, and there are some extraglomerular mesangial cells called lacis cells. These three macula densa cells on distal convoluted tubule, granular cells on afferent arteriole, and lacis cells whose function is not clearly known together constitute juxtaglomerular apparatus. So what happens when there is volume depletion? There is decreased effective intravascular volume and blood pressure. So there is decreased renal perfusion. Due to this, there is decrease in glomerular capillary hydrostatic pressure. As a result, there is decreased glomerular filtration. So less urine is produced. As a result, there is decreased sodium delivery to distal convoluted tubule. This is detected by macula densa cells, and these cells stimulate granular cells to secrete renin. And renin is released into circulation. This is one stimulus for renin secretion. Second one is sympathetic stimulation. So it's sympathetic nerve. And then third one for renin secretion is, third stimulus is presence of stretch receptors on afferent arterioles. So what does this renin do? It acts on a substance called angiotensinogen, which is released primarily by liver. Renin acts on it and breaks it down into angiotensin 1. This angiotensin 1 is converted to angiotensin 2 by an enzyme called angiotensin converting enzyme present on endothelial cells, and this conversion mainly takes place when blood passes through pulmonary circulation. Angiotensin 2 is responsible for various actions to bring back the volume to normal. First such action is vasoconstriction. Second one is it causes preferential constriction of efferent arterioles. This results in increased glomerular capillary hydrostatic pressure and filtration fraction. As a result, there is increased sodium reabsorption in proximal tubule. And then fourth one is it acts on brain and stimulates thirst and causes release of antidiuretic hormone. And fifth and final one is it acts on adrenal gland and stimulates release of aldosterone. Now, aldosterone increases sodium reabsorption in collecting duct. So all these 5 actions together result in volume retention and maintenance of blood pressure. There are 2 types of receptors on which angiotensin 2 acts, type 1 and type 2, and type 1 is responsible for these actions. Now, how can we apply this clinically? Let us take 2 examples. Though this is a regulatory system, what happens in fluid overload states like congestive cardiac failure and cirrhosis? Here there is decrease in effective intravascular volume due to third spacing, that is leaking of fluid into third space, and due to edema. As we have seen, whenever there is decreased effective intravascular volume, RS system is activated and, there is volume retention. But this retained volume does not stay in intravascular space due to leaking into third space and interstitial space. So, this results in worsening of edema and fluid overload, and the cycle continues, resulting in chronic RAS system activation. Second one, how do angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitors, which are drugs which block the conversion of angiotensin 1 to angiotensin 2, help in diabetic nephropathy and in chronic renal impairment? We have already seen that angiotensin 2 causes preferential efferent arteriolar constriction. This is blocked by these drugs. So, there is decreasing glomerular capillary hydrostatic pressure due to decreased efferent arteriolar resistance. Due to decreased pressure, there is decreased glomerular capillary damage and resultant proteinuria. And second action is, we have seen angiotensin 2 induces vasoconstriction. This is also blocked by these drugs, inhibited by these drugs. Therefore, this results this controls hypertension. Thank you.